Yeah, folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to our Saturday stream. And just like last weekend, we've got ourselves a double feature of awesome. We've got more Terraforming Mars, sponsored, followed by RimWorld, where we're recovering from a mech hive, mech cluster invasion that happened last time. Of course, after we install Combat Extended, which means everything's way harder. We might have lost some people, but we'll see. How's everyone doing? You guys doing all right? Hey, Burko, thank you very much for that. We got some resubs we can fire off right away, actually. Some subs and resubs. Some people remembering their Twitch Prime subscription. Gotta whack that button or it just gets wasted. So annoying. We got resubs from Jonathan Skyfell at 75 months, Kana's at 74, Silent the Hunters at 16 months, Salty Old Badgers at a wonderful, beautiful 18 months, Lodrian is at 88. Yeah, Lodrian, hopefully we'll be distracting enough for you today, man. I really hope so. Penjay at 23 months, Drac Marls at 69 months, nice. For Evil Not Goods at 13 months, Wymie's at 83, Seaside Sentinels at 30 months, oh, from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Technically been there, mostly driving through on my way to Canso, Nova Scotia for some work a long time ago. MJ is at 73 months, Senti's at 3 months, Brittany Nicole is at 24 months, a 2-year Twitch anniversary, Average Willpower is at 3 months, Kanan just came in at 6 months, and Kruyan at 92. And we got some new subs from Etizzlesmash? Edelsmash? I don't know how you prefer your name to be parts. Thank you very much for the new sub. Softly Starboard as well. And just now we've got Nina Matri. Thank you very much for the subs, dropping those primes. Very, very nice. You know what I just watched the other day? Total Recall. So I'm in the Martian mood, baby. We gotta find that alien artifact that, like, unlocks and oxygenates the entire planet. We'll win for sure if we can do that on turn 1. So again, Terraforming Mars is a real-life board game that I absolutely love. It has a great digital version. It just got some DLC released for it last week that adds some new maps, new objectives, new strategy in there. And this is a sponsored stream to showcase that. So we're going to be diving in pretty quick. Oh, the original one. I've never seen the newer one. Yeah, just the original one. If it's not Arnold going, is it really a movie? Just saying. I do want to play that Terraformers game. Yeah, that Martian terraforming game. Exactly. So we're gonna have settings fairly similar to last time, but with one tweak over here. This time we will be playing with the Prelude cards on. The Prelude cards dramatically accelerate the early game, which affects your strategy in a number of ways because there's just not going to be quite as many rounds. So you got to think about how many rounds of gameplay there's likely to be. And last time I think we ended on Generation 10, and 10 or 11 is fairly typical for Terraforming Mars to end on. With Prelude, you can expect at least one generation sooner, if not 2. Gen 8 is possible. I think Gen 9 is likely, and Gen 10, the game will be... Instant pizza? Oh, I forgot about that. Thank you. Yeah, it is Saturday, so that thing is turned back on. A dill pickle pizza. Any Italians in chat that we can offend? I mean, it's either that or a pineapple pizza. Either way, someone's gonna be mad. Dill pickle pizza. Wow. Yep. Oh yeah, that must be from the Laughing Buddha, which isn't always open too, so they're not always available. Excellent. Deep fry the pizza to really annoy them. Yeah. I've never had deep fried pizza. I know you can find it in some places in the Scottish lands. I've never had that. Not Italian, but offended on their behalf. I have heard of kiwi pizza, also banana pizza, like banana curry pizza. Essentia, if she'd like something too. Essentia's, I'm sure, always game for her bubble tea. I don't know if she's in chat yet. Oh, there she is. There you go. Just sat down with your tea. You have a timer set for the door. Excellent. Anyway, without further ado, let's start playing the game. You know, Asmodee were so lovely to sponsor this video so that it could play their game, not just talk about food the entire time. Although it's my stream, so you know we're going to be talking about food a whole bunch anyway. Yeah, so we're going to play with Prelude on. I'm still going to have the draft variant off, although here's the thing. Draft variant slows down a game a little bit, but Prelude's going to accelerate it. Maybe we do turn the draft on, just to show it. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to be playing with all the options and on the Elysium map. Let me bring this up here. So I'm going to have to make a slight change to the MooBot, but we won't lock in until we figure out our corporation. Well, we played as Vitor last time, so we're not going to play as Vitor again. There's a bunch of corporations. It's actually quite bad luck that we got it twice. We could play Thorgate, or, you know what, just to make it more interesting, and I like Thorgate, it's quite good. Hang on. I'm going to roll again so we get 2 fresh corporations, and then we can run a poll to see what people would rather me play. Done. It kept those. Excellent. Thorgate came up again. I swear there's a lot of corporations. Thorgate and Hellion. So Hellion generates a bunch of extra heat. So you start with 3 heat production, and you can convert heat you've got kicking around into money. So you can spend heat as money whenever you want, which is really handy. And then Thorgate starts with power production, and whenever you play the standard project power plant to generate power, or a card with the power tag, you pay 3 less for it. So both of them are quite cool here. We'll see. Dun, 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 dun. Do, do, do. Sorry, I ordered it in sponsored part of the stream. Oh, it's okay. We're giving them some stream variety here. Hey, Burkina, thank you very much. Happy you could be here today. And we got some gift subs. Mischievous Art, thank you very much for the gift subs. Cheers there. So, okay, let's take a look at what our cards are that are being offered. If we have a bunch of power cards, or cards that might want power, Thorgate becomes very, very, very tempting. So let's take a quick little look-see. Actually, Thorgate is also very tempting because on this map, one of the awards is Industrialist, which gives victory points to the person with the most steel and power at the end of the game, which Thorgate would work with. So at this point, I mean, we don't have to lock in. We're just going to see what our cards are, including our Prelude cards. So Prelude cards, we didn't use them last time. What they are, you get dealt 4. Thorgate sounds like a scandal involving Thor. Yeah, he showed his hammer inappropriately. You get dealt 4 and you pick 2, and you're going to be playing these before you get your first real turn. And they're all insanely powerful. So the IO research output gives you 1 titanium production and gives you an extra card. That's always nice. Mohole excavation gives you a steel production and heat production. And remember, if we decide to play as the Hellion Corporation, we can spend heat as money. That's pretty sexy. Biosphere, we reduce our income by 1, but gives us 2 plant production, which is certainly very good. And the Metals Company gives us 1 money per turn, 1 steel per turn, and 1 titanium per turn. The Metals Company is tempting. If we went both metal and mohole, we'd get quite a bit of steel production off the bat, and steel production is one of the victory criteria, or one of the awards that might get funded. Maybe it gets funded, maybe it doesn't, we'll see. And honestly, it does put us in a good position for either Thor or Hellion. Mohole excavation gives you more heat, which is good for Hellion, but the power production is good overall. We're gonna move forward and take a look at what our actual cards are still, because that might tell us some stuff. Fang, thank you very much for that. Pun time! What candy should you give an alien? A Mars bar! I don't know, a Milky Way would also be a good option, you know? Anyway, trying to make my own poutine, so we'll eat it while I watch. Ooh, Fang, nice! Hope you got all the great ingredients. That sounds wonderful. Metals Company is totes appropriate for today's stream. Is it? Oh, because of the company! Oh my god! You're absolutely right. Between Mohole Excavation and Metals Company, you know what we've got here? We've got a prequel for the company, which is our RimWorld Let's Play going on. That's what this is. This is a prequel. That makes perfect sense. We got lithoforming do now. Okay, let's see what cards are available. Satellites is very nice, mostly as like sort of a mid to late game card. It gives you 1 income for each space tag you have. That's at the time you play it. So you want to play this after you play a bunch of space cards, but at the same time, as soon as possible, because, you know, you want to be able to take advantage of the money. Imported hydrogen is an event, so it's a cheaper way to plop down a lake and either get 2 plants or put 3 microbe or animal tokens on something. Caretaker contract. You need to have the temperature at least 0 to run this. But once you do, you can convert heat into terraforming points. Now, this is quite cool because normally you can spend 8 heat to raise the temperature bar. And in fact, that's probably better. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because raising the heat bar by 1 gives you a terraforming rating. What this does is this gives you the ability to convert your heat into terraforming rating even after the temperature is maxed out, which is why you kind of don't mind the fact that it has a minimum temperature over here. Worms needs 4% oxygen. It does give you plant production or no, it gives you 1 plant production for every 2 microbe tags you have, including this one. Interesting. Immigrant city, slightly cheaper city. And then every time a city is placed from now on, your income goes up by 1. An early immigrant city is really good. It lowers our income by 2, lowers our power by 1. Although if we start with the Thor gate, we will start with power production immediately. So we could just immediately slap down an immigrant city. Did I just call a heat card cool? Well, yeah, okay. It's a cold heat. Loon Call, thank you very much. Oh, celebrating and smashing success my D&D Warlock's magic act yesterday. Wonderful. You can do a lot with Minor Illusion. Okay. What else you got? Olympus Conference is interesting. Whenever you play a science tag, you either add a science token to this card or burn a science token to draw a card. So basically, every second science card you play draws you a card as a bonus, which is pretty nice. It's also worth a victory point in there. Hard to complain about that. What else we got? So I guess I can just scroll sideways here. It might be easier. Small Animals does need some oxygen and earns you victory points. We're not going to grab that one early on. It's not a bad card, but we're not going to grab it. Radchem Factory costs us power, gives us 2 terraforming. That's pretty decent early on. I think we're going to go Thorgate. AI Central, okay, needs 3 science tags. Okay? But when we play it, I believe we draw 2 cards immediately. Yeah, or no, sorry. As a blue action, draw 2 cards. That's just it. You just once per generation, you tap this and draw 2 cards for free. It's amazing, but we need 3 science tags to be able to play this one. We could go Science Engine, especially with the other card in there. See, here's it's another science tag, but it also needs 3. How many science tags can we get right now? I can get 3. But only one of them's playable right now. Although Olympus Conference does benefit from lots of science tags, which you're clearly going to need. Additionally, we are playing with a draft variation turned on, which means we are going to be able to optimize our card picks a little bit more. Essentially, I'm not sure yet. I think we are going to lock in on Thorgate, but I'm still sort of picking here. Now, that's quite expensive, right? We're already drawing those. And then I think we want to start with the Immigrant City and play it down turn 1. I think we get Immigrant City, the 3 science cards, although these 2 might be complete. This is a big risk. This is a big risk. Oh, you think some of the science cards had science, or the pink cards, the prelude cards. Okay. I'm wondering about the chem fuel, the Radchem Factory. If we're going Thor, raising power is not very expensive, and then we can convert that into terraforming. I think that's what we're doing. Yeah, always Immigration City, Gen 1 if able, absolutely. Oh, and we're actually going first. I don't suspect many other people are going to be putting a city turn 1. It's possible. They might. There's a corporation that lets you place a city immediately on turn 1, and there's some prelude cards that do it as well, although the preludes go first, so the Immigrant City won't benefit from that. I think we'll grab those. Let's go back to our prelude cards. Yeah, so as much as I like the double up on the Mohole Excavation and the Metal Company, I think we're going to take the Metal Company. Hang on. Did I click Thorgate? Okay, Thorgate done. We're going to take the Metal Company for generically good income, and then Research Outpost because it's going to be a science tag, and that will contribute to it. And we're going to have, both titanium and steel production. Space cards would be a little bit more affordable. I don't know if we grab the satellite right away, though, unfortunately. I think the satellite is a pickup sort of mid-game. Yeah. The steel will help us pay for the... Well, we're not going to get the income right away, but... The steel will help us pay for the Olympics conference, which doesn't have to go down turn 1. Not to mention the AI Central. And hell, the Radchem factory. Okay, I think that's the plan. Yeah, I haven't changed the draft thing yet because we're still setting up the game. I was going to wait until we picked our corporation, and then I was going to change the draft message. All right, I think we're locked in here, so I'm going to hit done. I'm going to update the what game. All right, so we are playing with draft variant on this time, and our corporation is going to be Thorgate. And we'll see if we can do a science run. All right, so we got to play our prelude cards. The order here is not going to matter, but sometimes it could. So we'll play IO Research Outpost. We'll play the Metal Company. Some of these prelude cards are crazy. There's one that lets you play a card from your hand. You have to pay the price for it normally, but it lets you ignore the requirements. So you could play a card that needs, like, 12 oxygen or something. Like, because I think the Big Animals card has a big oxygen requirement because it's worth a lot of victory points. If you can get it down to round 1, it's crazy sauce. Someone did get to place a city for free, and they did place it on the really good spot over here. That's disappointing because we would like to do that because that was like draw a bunch of card spot, right? Womp womp. Okay, that's all the prelude cards. They're very powerful. It's whiskey and chocolate. Oh, whiskey and chocolate. Refresh faster. Streamlabs. Who designed this page? Oh, hey, MJ, thank you very much. Did you hear about the new superhero workout? You swing a hammer. Oh, you swing a hammer until you're Thor. Since you're Thorgate and have metal factories, you're making a ton of lightning rods. That kind of makes sense. I think I like that. Okay, what card do we get for free? We got birds. Again, huge victory point card. And actually, it decreases someone else's plant production. This is a brutal attack card that also gives you victory points. We would definitely benefit from if the auction rises very quickly, so we can play this as early as possible. Yeah, government drones, everyone knows birds are fake. But yeah, we want to play the immigrant city as early as possible so that we get city production. The question becomes, where do we want to put it? I think the more obvious picks are, first of all, anywhere that gives us a card. Here, here, or here, pretty good. 2 steel, not bad. Triple plant, not bad. Now, one of the milestones is, sorry, not a milestone, the awards. Desert Settler is to have the most tiles south of the equator. So we could plant a stake over there, and that wouldn't be a terrible thing. I mean, ideally, we'd want it to not be on the edge, because then you can surround it with greeneries. But the edges have some of the better spots. I am wondering... As much as I want the cards, I'm actually wondering about this spot here, just to get the steel early on. We can use it to pay for some stuff a little bit more cheaply. I mean, the 3 plants is kind of sexy. It's going to take a while before it pays off. Titanium is always nice. I don't know. I want a card, but I also want the steel. I think the best card spot might be this one, although I suppose maybe better once the ocean goes down. I don't like the ones that are on the edge as much, but might be okay. What do you think? I'm thinking between maybe the 2 steel and this plant, or this card. 2 steel and this card here. I think we go steel. I think that's the better acceleration. It's not like we don't have enough cards, although we really would like to draw as deep as possible to get as many science cards. People are voting steel. Well, Twitch chat never steers me wrong, so let's go ahead and do that. Immigrant City. It's going to eat our power right away, but that's okay. Boom. And we'll go right over here. And we'll try to expand this area and see if we might be able to compete for that award. In terms, the milestones are really the thing we kind of want to look at a little bit more to see what we can rush. So generalist is if we can get +1 of every type of production, which actually we had the electrical one. We should be able to get it back pretty easily. Oh, we do need the money production back again with generalist. So actually, we could have made a play for really early generalist if I'd just gotten a plant production, but that would have been hard. We didn't have a card for that. A heat production as well would have been a little tricky. Specialist is 10 production in one field. Ecologist is having four biotags, plants, microbes, animals. Tycoon is have 15 cards in play, not counting events. And Legend is have 5 events played. Those are the milestones, which are probably more important to look at early, but just as a glance at the awards, which anyone can fund, and then at the end of the game is when it determines who wins. Celebrity is most cards that cost at least 20. Industrialists have the most steel and energy resources. Not production, but resources. Desert Settler, most tiles south of the equator. Estate Dealer is most tiles adjacent to oceans, and then Benefactor is highest terraforming rating. So we'll see how those shake out. I could play Olympus Conference right now, but there's no real point. It doesn't give us anything at all. Until we play the second science tag, which we can't do at this moment. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and use the power plant. It only costs us 8, which is great, and then puts us in a position where we can play the Rad Chem Factory. So I think that's a pretty easy play. So we're going to go power plant. I mean, I could skip and delay, and maybe, you know, there'd be a good, like, energy, like a heat increasing opportunity, but I think this is a pretty obvious go. And now we're going to be really happy if people play a bunch of cities, because it is going to continuously boost our income, and that would be quite nice. They took our jobs. Oh, people already raised. Oh my god, the space station's so good. I really, really like it when you can do a heavy space strategy. When you stack things like space stations for cheaper space cards, and you just go nuts and you get a little titanium production. But yeah, let's get the Radchem. This is going to be really nice. So basically, we're paying our reduced costs. We paid 8 for the cheaper power plant, 8 for this card here, plus 3 to buy it. So we're paying a total of 19, but it's going to give us 2 terraforming rating, which is going to pay for itself. And then more so. And in fact, we're getting, we're not even paying quite as much as that, because we are even offsetting it with a little bit of steel. Still remember when we used to play Alpha Centauri? Well, Spicy Pickle, you might be very happy to hear, as I've mentioned a couple of, on last stream, as well as a bit of a teaser on my new Civ 4 video, I've already started recording an Alpha Centauri Let's Play. I actually played for 6 hours straight one day. The time just disappeared. I have a bunch of, after the current Civ 4 Molly run is done, Alpha Centauri is going to start going live. All right, Radchem Factory, go! There you go. So yeah, we get the extra terraforming rating, and that does convert to income. With $8 left, I could do the power plant again, which might not be a terrible idea. Power, I mean, we're gonna want the power to potentially play more cards. I mean, the AI Central eventually. But also, if I raise it now, that will have an actual power sitting around here, which will convert to heat. So it's kind of presetting some income. The only thing I might say is it might be worth saving the points to deploy some cards next turn. But I can't play anything that's in my hand, except for Olympus Conference, which doesn't matter. So I don't think we're really saving up for anything specific. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and boost the power. And I think that's going to be fine. Although hopefully we can get some cheap power cards. That would be kind of nice. Demon Hack. Molly run. Which Alpha Centauri? The original one, I hope? Well, there's only one Alpha Centauri. I mean, I'm not talking about Beyond Earth. Although it might be interesting to revisit Beyond Earth at some point. I don't think there's more than one Alpha Centauri. Unless you're talking about Alien Crossfire. In which case the answer is, yes, I'm playing with the Alien Crossfire expansion, but I'm only playing with the 7 original factions. All right, nothing to do here. We're done. We can just pass for this generation. Excellent. And Beyond Earth never took off. Yeah, I did get more patches, and the thing is, there's still a Beyond Earth, like, subreddit that still routinely posts stuff. I think revisiting it, I think it's going to be maybe a lot better than we kind of remember it, because it did have some difficulty at release. I still hate that the tile differentiation isn't super clear, right? I complain about, like, the fact that hills in Civ 6 and 5 actually are not always distinguishable from just lumpy plains. And Beyond Earth was kind of a bad thing for that because of the colors and stuff that they used. It was actually really bad for being able to differentiate the tile types, which is unfortunate. But other than that, it's actually a pretty swell game. But yeah, it was an ugly game. It was a bit of an issue. Who's your favorite Alpha Centauri leader? Lady Deidre was always my favorite. I do like her. I always like to play as University because who doesn't want to play, the crazy scientist, and science is good. But I do really like Lady Deidre Sky, who is what I played on my most recent, it was like 4 years ago, Alpha Centauri run. And I think I did Morgan before that. I think that, I don't know who my favorite leader is necessarily to play, although I do like the University. I do think that the leader that has the best quotes as a whole is Morgan. Nobusuke Morgan, I think, has the best overall quotes. Although, Yang's quotes about, like, say, the recycling tank, for example, is, like, one of the primo ones. Yeah, into the recycler, exactly. Like, I think that is one that, like, stands out as a high. But when we're talking about, like, an average of just, like, so many solid quotes, the Morgan ones are so funny with capitalism and stuff like that. All right, so we are playing with a draft option this time. So, at the start of each generation, in each generation, a Slayer is born. I'm sorry, I won't ever not make that joke. At the start of each generation, each player gets dealt 4 cards, 4 new project cards. And in the normal mode, you look at these cards, you pick which ones you want to buy, and you spend 3 mega credits for each one that you're buying into your hand. With the draft option, you get dealt 4 cards, but then what you do is you pick one to hold on to, pass the other 3 to your left, and then that means the person to your right is passing you 3, you're going to pick another one, you keep going. And then once that's all done, from those 4 cards, you choose which one you buy. As a result, with the draft variant, you have a lot more control. It does further speed up the game some more because people can get more effective combos going a lot faster. Now, Lava Tube Settlement is very tempting here. It's another cheap city, costs us a power to give us income. That's okay, we get cheap power. We do have to place it on a volcanic area. But that's okay, and of course we'll get bonus income because of Immigrant City, and we can offset the cost a little bit with our steel. That's pretty nice. Tropical Resort, we don't have the heat to pay for it. It is worth a lot of victory points and gives us income, but I don't think we're really in a position to desire it. Hired Raiders is an attack card to steal stuff, and then Insects over here gives us a 1 plant production for each plant tag that we've got, which we don't currently have any. I think we're going to grab Lava Tube Settlement, and we may very well buy it. So we're going to do that. You're right. We would get the income even if someone else used this to play a city. But I think that's pretty tempting. I guess, okay, if I thought I might not actually buy it, I actually might want to let this go to have someone else play it, and therefore get, I could still get income a little bit like that. But I'm really not tempted by any of these. So I'm going to grab this, and we'll see. And there's a good chance we're going to... We're certainly going to desire it. Okay, investment loan is interesting. It lowers your income by 1, but gives you 10 money now. This is actually, like, nicer the later the game is, in a sense. So, early on, it's quite nice because a cash injection can help you get your engine going. Later on, you don't really care about losing income because there's not very many turns left. This is particularly nice if you got anything that gives you discounts to Earth tags or anything like that. Colonizer Training Camp. You have to play it early when there's not much oxygen. It's just worth victory points, but at least it's fairly cheap. And then Martian Survey. Now, this is a science tag, but I don't remember if tags on events count for requirements. Does anyone remember? Terraforming Mars. Do tags on events count for requirements? No, they only count for endgame things. They're face down. It's important because this will combo with the card of whenever I play something with a science tag, I can put a token on this card. So this would trigger that, but it wouldn't count as a science tag in play for the purpose of meeting requirements, unfortunately. It's still not bad, though, because effectively we'd be paying 12 for this for 2 cards, which is not a great exchange for cards, because cards are normally worth 3 to buy, right? So we're paying double premium, although it's worth victory points. And if I did have the other science thing in play, it might be worthwhile. Yeah, I don't know. I don't suspect we're going to buy any of these. Yeah, probably not, just because I think we're going to need the money for other things. Likely, so the question is, do I want to hate draft? I don't think any of these really are things we care about blocking either. Hate draft the Ionian, then? What Ionian? Deny the camp. It is a bunch of points, and so if someone could casually play this, it actually would be really annoying. So yeah. Oh, Ionian tag, the colonizer. That's what you mean. Yeah, yeah, you're right, because these tags can actually be quite potent. So I'll just hate draft that and deny it from someone else. Okay, Ironworks. This could be gorgeous. Convert power into steel and oxygen. Is fairly nice. Remember, we actually want oxygen to rise quite quickly so we can get the birds running. We should hopefully have a bunch of cheap power to power Ironworks. That's kind of nice. On the other hand, beam from my thorium asteroid. It's got a power tag, so it costs us 3 less. It gives us stupid amounts of heat and power. We need a Jovian tag to do it, which the colonizer trading camp has. Ironworks is good for flavor for the company, you're right. I don't currently have a Jovian tag. So if I bought Colonizer Trading Camp, the thing is, it's so expensive, I can't afford it this turn. With 29, I'd offset it down to 23 with my titanium. But I have to pay 3 to do it, so I'll only have 21 bucks left over. So I can't do it this turn, although I could save up to do it the next one. Thorium. Ironworks, which is the company, a thorium for Thor. Oh, wait, you think I have a prelude card? Oh, shoot, you're right. IO Research Outpost gave us a Jovian tag. Hold on then that changes everything. We will grab that, and we will plan to play it next turn. Okay, I like it. It is sad, because this would be the perfect thing to power Ironworks. All right, and then we got past the last card. What do we get? We got Physics Complex. Okay. This is a science tag with no requirements. It needs a bunch of energy, which theoretically we're going to produce every time we spend 6 power. So this is like, we could have spent 4 power every turn on the Ironworks. Instead, we can spend 6 power every turn to earn 2 victory points, baby. We're drafting that. We're drafting this. I don't need the Colonizer Training Camp because I have a Jovian tag. I can't play this turn anyway, so I may as well buy the Lava Tube Settlement. I think that's still going to be fine. Alternatively, yeah, I was just wondering, could I do Olympus Conference plus Physics Complex this turn? And the answer is really no. Because this will cost me, let's say 8. I'll spend my 1 steel, right? It'll cost me 8. And this is going to cost me another 12, which is 20. Plus 3 to buy it, which is 23. Plus I'm buying this and that, which means I'm spending 29 out of my 24. So yeah, I can't do both the Physics... but it doesn't matter. This turn I can put down the Olympus Conference, and then next turn we can do the Physics Complex, because it's not like I can do this anyway. This is going to take away a power, which is going to make it a little harder to get to Physics Complex, but it's going to give us a good amount of money. I think I'm going to get all these. The problem with the draft variant is that because you end up with so many more good cards, you start to overspend. We could drop the settlement, but it is going to be worth 3 income. We're spending 1 power for 3 income, plus we get to place it somewhere, and that does some cool shit for us. Three Jovian tags, strong start for scaling Jovian card. That is true. Jovian tags are worth tons of victory points and shit. Yeah, we don't have to rush a Physics Complex. It might be enough. I think I want this. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna do this. Oh, someone did draft Hired Raiders. Okay, they took the steel weight from Vitor. Luckily not me. Giant Space Mirror. Man, we would have liked that one. Okay, he's losing power production to get heat production. And spending plants for greeneries. Wow. Okay. And the AI likes those early greeneries. And yeah, the lava cities will be in the north probably, but... So yeah, no reason to rush these. We're going to get this going down, which will give us some extra income, which is going to be nice. And it'll highlight the legal squares. We can put it here, which is interesting because it might block some stuff. But yeah, none of the lava tubes are in the bottom 4, which doesn't help with the desert settler or whatever. So this is a titanium and a plant. I think we go for the double titanium. Because we have... Show me my cards. Oh, I was gonna say, because we have space tags. So yeah, I think we go to Elysium Mons over here. Because it will help us pay for our beam from a thorium asteroid, because it's got a science tag, or space tag over here. So we can use that to offset. Although clearly, we don't have enough right now. We're down to $2. I can't even do this project. In any case, I really do want to get this down as early as possible. I should try real hard not to buy anything next turn, except for maybe... I guess we don't need another science tag, but on the other hand, more science tags equals more free cards from Olympus Conference. I don't think there's anything I want to sell, and it would only give us an extra $1 or $2, which I wouldn't do anything, wouldn't change our play this turn regardless. But at least we've got some more static income now, which is going to be okay. Yeah, this is a game versus just the AI. I'm playing against 3 hard AIs here. Probably gonna get that pizza in soon. The hard part will be focusing on the game. All this food. Okay, can't afford any of our cards, can't afford any projects other than selling patents, but I'm pretty sure everything in my hand I want. I mean, if it would allow us to accelerate something, I could consider selling birds to boost the gameplay a little bit, but yeah. So this is gonna give us cards. AI Central is gonna give us infinite cards. So once these are in play, what we're gonna want is tons of money to play them all. Yeah, I think we're just passing. So only played one thing. But someone else played another city as well. Our income's now 5, plus the 22 terraforming. So that's helping. Loving the lava tube, season 45 on TV Joke this March. So I think this draft, we're mostly going to be focusing on hate drafting. Because we can't afford to buy too many cards, and we're going to be drawing infinitude cards real soon. So we don't have to worry about drafting too much. We're just going to be able to, like, eat our way through the deck. Okay, so let's take a look at what we could draft. Design microorganisms. You got to play it early. Gives you 2 plant production. It's amazing, and it's a freaking science tag. Water from your another Jovian tag. Pay money to place oceans, and you also get 1 victory point for every Jovian tag at the end of the game. Also, would be really nice. Release of inert gases. Pay money, get 2 terraforming rating. So it's 2 victory points, 2 extra income. It's also pretty sexy. And then the capital. You can't place this until there are 4 ocean tiles placed, but it's worth tons of money. It gives you victory points for being adjacent to oceans. There's even a freaking award right now for having the most tiles next to oceans, which capital would fit in well, but that one's very easy to say no to. So the question is... Okay, this would be nice, and we do have some Jovian tags and be worth some points, but I don't think we're going to be doing this. We actually won't need this money dump. First of all, by the time we get this going, there might not be very many oceans left. Secondly, we're going to be drawing so many cards, we're going to be spending money on playing cards rather than dumping it into these oceans anyway. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm also not going to worry about release inert gases. We've got some income going on right now already, and we kind of need some money today. Design microorganisms I actually might consider buying, but more importantly, I'm going to grab this to deny science tags from people so that no one else starts doing a science run and compete with this. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab this, probably mostly as a block. Okay. Black Polar Dust, great early card, because you get to place the ocean, which gives you terraforming ratings, so you get income from that. Even though it costs you income, gives you heat production. I don't think I'm really interested in it. The power plant, on the other hand, costs us basically nothing, which is great. It's going to cost us effectively 4, because we're going to buy it and then play it for 1. And we could use a little bit more power. That's going to be pretty easy. Permafrost Extraction, great value, but this is we're going to grab that, and that's going to be, yeah, it's exactly what we want, because we need more power production. House printing is quite tempting, because it gives us effectively some income over here, which is kind of nice. Space mirrors, play for 0. Now, it's a money dump. You spend money to get power projection. Remember, though, we can do a standard project to get... we spend 8 to build a power plant. Space Mirrors is only microscopically cheaper, and we're going to have to spend 3 to buy it. Right? It is going to be a cheaper way to raise our power, but only on the 4th time we use it. The 3rd time it breaks even from just us running the projects. Normally it costs 11, it costs us 8. So even though it looks like it's a perfect fit for us, I don't think we need it. Although, one thing that would be nice is if we were trying to get to the having 15 cards in play, that would help us get to that. But I think... Oh, so the question is, we're having to decide what we draft right now. I don't suspect we're going to be buying either one of these. Space Mirrors is pointless unless you need something, the tag to something specific. I think I will grab this just in case the last card we get is something relevant with power. Like, there's a card that gives you tons of money for every power tag you have. So I'll deny it from someone else. Yeah, exactly. Sure. What do we get? We got CEO's favorite project. Very powerful. Add 1 resource to a card with at least 1 resource on it. I mean, we could play it on Physics Complex. It's worth 2 freaking victory points. Spend $3 for 2 victory points. That's huge. We want the power plant. That's fairly obvious. Well, yeah, birds. Birds would be worth 1 victory point. Right? If we put it on the Physics Complex, it's worth 2. Yeah, no, that we have to buy it. And I think we're going to skip the rest. Although, design microorganisms would be pretty good. No denying that. But I think we gotta not overspend here. God, it's so good. Okay, let's figure it out. We're gonna have 23 left. We do have enough titanium that we're gonna be able to beam from a thorium asteroid this turn. Because this is $18 worth of titanium. If I do this, we have $20 left, which means we're sitting on 38 money, which is enough for the beam from a thorium asteroid. And admittedly, not much else. But it's a science tag as well. Oh, you're right, I do want it. God damn it! Join the dark side. This is the problem with the draft variant! You just buy everything! Oh! Oh, someone is doing the import water from Europa. Micro mills, nice card early on. Cheap, gives you a little heat income. I think heat income might be the least valuable of heat income. Someone did pick up that house printing. Maybe I should have blocked that, I don't know. Okay, I don't think there's any doubt we need to get the beam from a thorium asteroid down. We want to start banking this income here. It's going to be real nice. Heat income is good if you're Hellion. You're right, which we almost were. So we'll use as much of this as possible. Space lasers, go! And then we get a power plant rocking and rolling here too. That'll give us 4 power income. We need to get up to 6 for the physics complex, but because it's cheaper, we're going to be able to do that. That's not a problem. And then I think our goal next turn is to go Olympus Conference, Physics Complex, and then start putting down our AI Central, and then getting more cards from that. Oh. I guess I'll just play this. So yeah, income's getting up there. At this point, all we need, actually, is a plant income, and then we can get the Generalist milestone, right? Although everyone's at 5. I think Tharsis already has 1 of everything. So yeah, we'll probably get beaten to it. It'd be nice if we could raise the temp here to get the heat production, but we don't have anything. I do have enough money for a power plant, which we do need to do to be able to get value out of the physics complex. So I think I probably just do that. I don't think I need to Olympus right now because it doesn't do anything for us right this moment. I mean, I suppose I could do this and then put the CEO's favorite project on there to get extra tokens, but I don't think that's the way to go. So I'm going to... Will one heat do anything for you? Well, eventually it'll convert into something. I suppose I could save it. Open up our options going forward. I mean, I want to get to 6 energy ASAP, but I won't have it next turn. Next turn I'll have 5 energy sitting around. Maybe I should just save the money. Play it now in case you want to play organisms next turn? Yeah, but then I can again, there's not like there's a cap on how much money I can sit around. Yeah, we might get a power plant that gives us 2 power more efficiently. Yeah, I guess I should just sit on the money. Because since adding the power now isn't going to help me with this, all it's going to do is generate 1 extra heat overall. Which is nice, but not the end of the world. I should just sit on the money and be able to boost a few things. See, again, I would spend on a power plant just to guarantee 6 power in 2 turns. Yeah, I can just power plant twice next turn. Right? Unless a 5 power next turn does something for me, I'm just going to pass. But yeah, I would like to get that physics complex up and running. I don't think we can have it running next turn. I think we could have it like we can get next turn we get 6 power production, and then make sure we get the physics complex in play on Gen 5 so that we can use it right away with the 6 power. Yeah, next turn, by the end of Gen 4, we want to make sure we have 6 power. Either we do 2 standard projects, or we play 1 or 2 cards. Well, Lunar Beam, there you go. Lunar Beam, reduce our income by 2, give us 2 heat, 2 power. So 1 card for 2 power, we get a discount there, that's not bad. There's also wave power, although we need 3 oceans in play before we get there. Very cost efficient, and it's got the victory point, really good, but there's no guarantee that there's going to be 3 oceans next turn. Underground City, wonderful, really strong. Another cheap city, gives you steel production, costs power, which normally we fine with, but we really need to get up to 6. Soil Factory, also excellent. But I think what we do here is we draft the Lunar Beam, and we plan to pick this up and play this. Oh yeah, the solar mirrors, if at 7, yeah, you can only do it once per generation. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, we're gonna grab this. I think that's gonna be, we're gonna be very happy with this. Lasers all the way, yeah. We got beams, thorium beams, we got lunar beams, we got all the things. Ore processing, different from the other one we got. This is spend 4 power to get a titanium as opposed to a steel plus oxygen. Really nice, except that we're gonna be spending our power to get 1,000,000 victory points instead. So we might just grab Lava Flow just to hate draft. I actually wouldn't mind someone playing Toad the Comet to increase the oxygen because we want to get our birds. So I think I'm going to hate draft Lava Flows and not buy it. And then over here, urbanized area is the one you got to place next to 2 other city tiles. And again, I would like it because, you know, more income's better, but maybe we'll leave this go by. Someone else can pick it up, and hopefully they'll play it and still give us +1 income. And we'll just block bushes, even though bushes aren't playable for a long time. I don't think we're going to draft bushes. I don't think we're going to buy bushes. I also don't think we're going to buy urbanized area. So the only question is, which one would we rather let through? And I think, yeah, I grabbed bushes, I let urbanized area go through, and then that's fine. I was just wondering if maybe someone wouldn't buy it because of the -10, so maybe it's not as important to hate draft, but... Alba Flow's bonus temp increase is still going, yeah. That's true. I mean, we could get a bunch of temp increases. What do we get as the extra? Nuclear zone! So we place a nuke somewhere and increase the temp by 2. It's worth -2 points, but increasing the temp by 2 is worth 2 points. And then you get the benefit of the higher TR rating and stuff, so you do move ahead, but and you also get whatever, you know, tile you plop it down on and stuff, and you block other people's things, but I don't think we're doing that. We're grabbing the Lunar Beam, and I think that's all. Even though the Lava Flows would give us the heat production, you know, there's some cool shit you could do there. We've got too many things to play. Lunar Beam will actually help us play things, so we get that, and we do nothing else. Hopefully, that not terrible. Oh, Sci-Fi Memorial, that's nice. Medical Lab. Yeah, the nukes are cool. I really wanted to buy more stuff, but again, you gotta nip that addiction in the bud as quick as possible. So, Lunar Beam to make sure we've got 6 power next turn. Okay. Then it becomes interesting. We actually have enough. We could put down Olympus Conference and Physics Complex, although we know the Physics Complex down this turn doesn't help us at all. We do want to make sure the Physics Complex is there at the end of next turn, which we should have enough money for. Pizza, pizza, pizza! Nice. So, okay, the incentive to playing at least the Olympus Conference this turn is to make sure that it's in play before we put in the Physics Complex, and that, because, okay, let me rewind. I could just play these 2 next turn, but what if we want to buy a crap ton of cards next turn? Although we really shouldn't, but what if we do? Then we do that, and all of a sudden we don't have enough money left over. So, by playing one of these, we could play 2, but at least if we play one of these this turn, we'll know for sure we're gonna have enough money for Physics Complex next turn, which we want to play. Push comes to shove, we could play Physics Complex before Olympus Conference, but it would be better the other way around. I'd like to play Design Microorganisms this turn. And I guess I can do both because of the steel. And I think that's the way to go. I mean, again, we could raise the temp. I could just manually do a standard project to raise the temp to get the heat production. I don't think that's going to lead us to the best. So I think we're going to go Olympus plus Design, and then we're going to be very, very happy with that. So let's play Olympus first, just in case someone's going to steal my steel, because we're not going to run out of temperature here to play the other one. So we're going to play this, get this ready, boom. And then whenever we play Science Tag, including this one, we get to choose. First time, we are going to have to add a token to it, because there's no tokens to remove. All right, I'm going to get my pizza. Be right back. Woohoo, I'm so excited. Alrighty, did the chair behave? Did the chair behave while I was gone? It's very important. So, we got ourselves, I've never had it from this place, a dill pickle pizza, which apparently has some sort of like dill sauce on it, and big chunks of salami. Let's find out. You know, we're doing a science-based run of Terraforming Mars. Looks like we got crumbled bacon, salami, and pickles. That's tremendous. I mean, all right, if you had a craving for pizza, this would not be it. But if you had a craving for pickles, wow. Only thing I'd say, too much of the sauce on top. They probably could have gone half with it, because there's a lot. Actually, there's 2 different kinds of sauces. I think there's sour cream and some sort of dill dressing. But if I tear off the crust and just sort of dip it in this sauce, that's good. That's good. That's really nice. Woo-hoo-hoo. So we're coming from stomach problems, so I don't crave it right now. Oof, yeah. When pizza's good, it's really good. When pizza's bad, it's still pizza. That's true. Okay, so we're going to play the Design Microorganisms, get some plant production going. Actually, which means we could claim that milestone if I had $8. Oh! Wait, was Design Organisms, was that? Oh yeah, it was a science tag. Well, hell. All right, so what we're going to do is remove a resource from Olympus Conference to draw us a card. Nice. What do you get? Steelworks! Oh my god, we've already shuffled our way through the deck. No, wait, the other one is Ironworks, which does 1 steel. This gives us 2. It's a little more expensive. I don't remember. Anyway. That's pretty nice. But yeah, we could claim this. We're going to act first next turn, so unless someone grabs Generalist before the end of this generation, we're going to lock it in next turn. Cool. All right. I'm going to finish this slice, and then I'm going to put this away for a little later. That's Steelworks. Last was Ironworks. Steelworks more efficient, but more expensive. Okay. Because it's 2, right? Instead of 1? Mm. So we have to pass. Yeah. Ah. Mm. 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 That must good. Sorry. Who sent that? Dexter Man. You know, Dexter Man, you clearly must have been hanging out in a Twitch chat this week, because I've been playing some RimWorld just on my own, and you're one of the characters in my personal RimWorld game, because you must have been in Twitch chat at some point. Just randomly this week while I was playing RimWorld. I can't remember who you are in there, but yeah. I think you're a constructor. Okay, draft time. Robotic Workforce is a science card, and it lets you copy a building tag card. There actually is some cool stuff that you can sometimes do with this. So it won't give you the benefit that's a one-shot. So, sorry. It's very specifical. Yeah, copies a production box. Yes, okay. So it would copy anything that's in the brown box of something that's got a building tag. So if we copied Radchem Factory, it wouldn't give me the terraforming, it would just give me -1 power, which would obviously be bad. If we copy Immigrant City, it wouldn't give us this top part over here, it would only give us this brown box over here, which would be terrible. I think I can copy other people's as well. I could copy the Lava Tube Settlement, but... And only on building tags, so we can't copy Beam from Thorium. Copying Olympus Conference doesn't do anything. I think I can copy other people's, but that would be terrible, but it's not great. Nah. Oh, you think I can only do my own cards? What does it say? Oh, one of your building cards, yeah. Okay, so I don't think we've got anything worth copying. Copying AI Central doesn't do anything. That, no. Okay. Plantation needs 2 science tags. Lets you place a greenery for a little bit cheaper. And it, you know, puts something with a plant tag in play, which might be good. Algae is really nice for production, but you do need 5 oceans. Whenever an ocean tile is played, gain 2 plants. That's not bad, because no ocean tiles have been played yet. If we can get this quick, that's going to give us 18 plants over the course of the game. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to draft it. Whether or not we buy it will depend on what we draft and things. But yeah, that's kind of sexy. I gotta say, the plantation's kind of nice since we can use it. But yeah, let's take Arctic Algae. It is cold enough we can just sneak in the archaeobacteria for plant production. Advanced ecosystem, we need one of every type of tag, and it counts as every type of biotag, which is actually one of the awards and gives tons of victory points, but I don't think that's what we're looking for right now. Acquired company is just income, right? We're effectively going to pay 13 for this. It'll pay for itself on the 4th generation. But I think we're going to have too many things to play right now. Okay, I think I'm going to draft this. Whether or not we buy it, I don't know. But we might want to stop someone else from accruing a bunch of plant production. This is an attack card. So you have to have at least 1 steel production yourself already, but it further increases it by 1 and decreases someone else's by 1. Eco-Chasma National Park. I think we just hate draft this to block someone from getting a bunch of points. And then protected habitats. This is quite good, actually. Because it stops predators from eating our birds, for example, later on. Okay. I think our first action is going to be to milestone. And maybe we could consider raising the heat. Oh yeah, because we can raise the heat with just our accumulated heat. So we're going to raise the heat because it's going to be free. It'll get us extra heat production, because why not? And yeah, that'll be our first turn. Milestone plus raise heat. Next thing we absolutely will want to do is get down the physics complex. So this is the first thing we're going to... Okay, we're going to spend 8 on the milestone, which leaves us with 19. We're going to spend the 12 on the physics complex, well, 10 on the physics complex, which leaves us with 9. That's before we buy anything. Unfortunately, I won't be able to put down the Arctic algae this turn. We have to milestone, but then we get a really interesting situation where we can't both physics complex and algae. Yeah, I know it's worth getting the algae really early. I suspect some oceans are going to go down this turn. Well, someone even bought something that lets them place oceans, water from like Titan or something, from Europa. Why do you need to milestone? Because someone else could grab it, right? Someone else could, like, everyone's at 5 different things. All they need to do is boost their 1 missing production and then claim generalist. It's 5 victory points. It's absolutely critical that we get generalist. Then the question becomes, is it worth getting down physics complex this turn? Which is, if we get physics complex down this turn, it's worth 2 victory points. If instead we get down, if instead we get down Arctic algae this turn, it's worth somewhere between, say, 0 and 6 plants, I would suggest. And I don't think somewhere between 0 and 6 plants is worth 2 victory points. The question is, do we still buy Arctic algae? If only 1 or 2 oceans go down this turn, I think I'll be quite happy to play it the next turn. And then still get, 14 plants in the long run, which is pretty nice. We get 6 heat, which is also a victory. Yeah, but that doesn't change anything. No, sure, I think you're wrong. Do you really think Arctic algae is going to be worth more than 2 victory points? We're going to get Arctic algae, I think. My question is, do you really think playing Arctic algae this turn is going to be worth more than 2 victory points? And I think the answer to that is no. The only way it would be worth 2 victory points playing it this turn is if someone played, if 4 oceans get played. In which case, yes, then we put a greenery down. I mean, I suppose it's 6 because the greenery could be worth, 3. I think it's a coin toss. for Arctic Algae, whether it's worth more than 2. Well, buy it anyway, because there's a good chance playing it next turn is still going to be worth it. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think... I could just buy Archaeobacteria as well, if I can't play everything anyway. Let me redo our math here, because this isn't going to give us money this turn. Right, it's 8 for the victory, which is 19, plus I'm going to play this thing for 10, which leaves me with 9. So if I buy this, I've got 6 left. If I just bought Archaeobacteria, I could play this still this turn. I could Milestone, Physics Complex, and Bacteria this turn, which is definitely worth a plant. Plants can also get stolen, you're right, so you don't want to count the plants as much. Protective protects our bird. So here's what I'm wondering. I think we buy these two, knowing that we're not going to be playing them this turn, but hopefully we can get a really sweet turn for them next turn. I could get this, right? Because I can buy all 3 of these, and then that would still be enough to get down the Physics Complex. But I think if we're not playing Archaeobacteria this turn, we have to assume it's not going to be playable because the heat's going to hit it too soon. So either we only buy this and play it, but I don't think that's right. So I think what we do is we buy these 2. Hope not too many oceans go down this turn. Sure, getting all 3 of these is a good idea. No, because we're not going to be able... There's a good chance it's going to be a dead card. If someone raises the heat twice, and we're raising it at least once, this is not going to be playable. So we're just going to get those 2. And hope that we get good value of this next turn. We'll at least get some anyway. And yeah, we do still have a lot of cards we want to play, so... Okay, first thing first, absolutely 100%. Fun Generalist, 5 victory points is too huge. Second thing is we're going to raise the heat, because first of all, we don't want our heat taken away from us, although we have a lot to spare. And then that'll give us the extra heat production, which is nice. So easy peasy first turn. Done, done, done. Convoy from Europe, which is going to place or Europa, which is going to place an ocean. And that's the other thing. We would have needed to play, that card, whatever it was again, the one that gives us plants whenever an ocean is played. We almost wanted to play it on turn 1 to get full value, but our turn 1 was fully occupied. Honestly, I'm wondering, I probably shouldn't have drafted it at all. We're going to get so many extra cards. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I could still play Arctic Algae, but I think Physics Complex is... I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Okay, so yeah, I have to add a token here. And then before something happens to our power, I may as well put a token on this. Yeah, put the token on there. It's worth 2 victory points now, which is great. Phobolog doing some good terraforming rating. Oh, they played the, yeah, the, what was that called? Magnetic, no! Anyway, he gets to spend power to increase his terraforming rating, which is really nice. Hey, Roram, thanks for the resub, 84 months! And yeah, we are going to be COing it for 2 VP, although we don't have to rush that. We can do that on the last turn of the game. Oh, they're doing the robotic workforce. What are they copying? I don't know, we gave him some income. I think they copied something that gave him -1 power plus 2 income. So I could play CEO's favorite project, but there's no reason to rush this. I think that's their turn. Yeah. Oh, someone's funded an award. Industrialist. Most steel and energy resources at the end of the game wins. Well, we have a little steel production and a little power production. Keep in mind, we can't store power from turn to turn. So just raw energy production matters. But we can store steel to potentially help compete with that. We'll see. Okay, second ocean did go down. Problem is we're going to be last to act in the next turn. If we were first, it'd be great. Still 7 more oceans. I probably shouldn't have drafted that card. I don't know. If we still get 6 value out of it, it's still going to be pretty good. But I'm really happy we went for the power production. Or sorry, for the yeah, the physics thing. Huh. Huh. It's another science tag. It's also more power. Now, we're probably going to want some more power. Well, first of all, we actually might get to the point where we can run Steelworks, which wouldn't be terrible. Playing AI Central is going to give us -1 power, and we need to make sure to stay above 6 so we can keep running the fusion. I think we have to go for the power card, although it is really tempting to go for the livestock. I don't think we can count on Steelworks necessarily doing much for us because it might take a little bit before we get it active, but yeah, I think we have to grab that. Corporate Stronghold, it is, you lose victory points. But it's so cheap for a city. I don't think we're looking for that. We'll let someone else do it. Asteroid Mining Consortium, it's another Jovian tag if we do that. We do have titanium production. Too bad it doesn't have its own space tag, because we could play it cheaper. I don't think we're going to virus. I'm going to draft this. I don't know if we're going to buy it. Again, we're about to get infinitude cards. Now, the mining rights is interesting because it's going to be effectively extra money that we can use to play all of our cards. Trans-Neptune Probe. It's another science tag. It's a space card. We can basically play this one for free. Like, we have so much titanium, we can play this one for free. And it'll help potentially generate a few extra cards for science. And there's a card out there that needs 6 science tags. So I'm going to grab this. Okay, we have tons of cards in our hand. If 2 oceans get placed, I might bail on Arctic Algae. If 0 or 1 get played, we are going to Arctic Algae first. What we kind of want to do is we want to get power and put down AI Central to draw more cards, since we have enough science tags for it. But
it's whiskey and chocolate.
It is quite expensive. Can I get fusion power and that down? No, whiskey and chocolate. Who dat? Hey, Q-Circs, thank you very much for whiskey, no chocolate. Thank you. Okay, hang on a sec. 21, 32, 35, -2 is 33. We don't have enough to go fusion power and that, which is really unfortunate, because the sooner you play this, the sooner you get to draw cards. But we can't do it this turn. Still, I guess that's going to be okay. Oh, we might be able to do it selling patents. But I think we also want the Trans-Neptune Probe. So I think in practice we want both of those. Hell, the deep well heating's pretty good. I can't buy everything, Quill! But goddamn. If I just buy fusion power and sell 2 cards, we could get AI Central down this turn. On the other hand, I think the important thing, actually, rather than start drawing more cards with AI Central, I think we mostly want to focus on, hey, can we get our income better? In which case, I'd like to play Gene Repair. I'd like to play Fusion Power, because that's a form of income, and we're going to want the power later. Gene Repair is 12. This makes it 23. Effectively 21, which leaves us 10 extra. deep well heating. Not steelworks, which is too bad. Right, and the heat rating gives us +1 income. I think we buy these two, which would actually give us enough power to start running our steelworks after as well. Okay, I think we grab both these. Yeah, not steelworks and AI, but it's okay. We can delay the AI by a turn. Drawing cards is obviously amazing, especially when it's done for free, but it's not like we need the cards right this second. Ah, the probe too? Minus heating, get the probe? Maybe. The probe would have been pretty sweet. I don't know. Honestly, at this point, we'll probably see it again. And yeah, it was a half card draw for us as well. That is true. Okay, I mean, we want to raise the heat before we lose it, although we do have a bit of a buffer. Actually, maybe most importantly is before someone randomly takes our power away, let's make sure to do this. Because that's worth 2 freaking victory points. Let's make sure that happens. I think this one's potentially more important than anything to do because this increases the TR rating, which gives us more raw income. No, I probably should have grabbed the probe. Oh well. Or algae now. That's a good question. If we're not going to sell algae, which I was sort of debating, then yeah, let's play this now. It'll become maybe a little harder to get the power next turn. No, it should be okay. Let's algae. Yeah, let's go ahead. Start getting those plants. We only have 1 city down, which is fine, although at this point we've got enough sort of plant production. I think we are going to want to prioritize a second city. Someone's got the rover construction, so they like cities going down too. Oh, you're right, we do have 2 cities here. Unfortunately, not close to each other. It's nice when you have 2 so that you can do more, we'd like a city right here. Get the money back from the ocean and then have some good greenery spots, but... Okay, let's boost the heat before something happens to it. And then, yeah, I think deep well heating right now. Or just gene repair. Oh, all the milestones have gone. Damn. Specialist eco. Okay, no more of that. Because this is 2 money per turn. This is 1 money per turn. Plus extra power, which admittedly brings us closer to, like, working steelworks or, you know... if I play deep well heating, then I can play AI Central next turn without worrying about playing fusion power first. So, okay, if I gene repair, we get more money overall. But next turn, I have to go deep well heating plus AI Central. Which we should have enough money for, although it will be all of our money. If I gene repair instead... So yeah, if I gene repair now, next turn I deep well heating plus AI Central, I can draw cards, might not be able to play them. On the other hand, if I deep well heating this turn, next turn I play AI Central, and then use it right away to see what cards we get and maybe change things. Protected habitats first. Why protected habitats? No one... We don't... Admittedly, it means no one can eat our plants. We don't have any animals to protect. I think we will gonna deep well now, because it's going to make sure that we can get our AI Central stuff running. Let's do it. Oh, you're right. There's the virus that someone might have drafted. That's a good point. Still, I mean, there's going to be 2 other targets for them. Getting closer to birds. Ah, someone reduced Phobolog's plant income. Oh, we can do both? Okay. In which case, I should have done the plants first. If we're going to do it. This turn. Yeah, you're right. I do have 5 left. So I can protect the habitats. And if I was going to, I probably should have done it first to protect things. The question is, do I want to do it or do I want to bank the money? I think I will do it because we do have a lot of plants. We're actually very close to being able to start some greenery stuff. We're still going to have enough money next turn to AI Central. And it would really suck to start losing some plants. Now, this doesn't protect our plant production. It only protects the plants we've got sitting there. No, I can't get the oxygen this turn. Protect before you get attack. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm not sure we really need this right now. I kind of feel like banking. It's a little bit of risk that someone might go after our plants. But I think I'd like to keep my money options open a little more. This is going to become critical when we got birds. I mean, assuming someone gets predators, which they may not. I'm going to just bank. It's going to be greedier. It might bite us in the butt, but that's okay. At least we don't have to worry about MLS stones anymore. Hopefully, shit, they both went to yellow. And yellow's playing Vitor. We know they're going to highly value cards with victory points on them, because that's what we used last week. So Vitor's the challenge. What we really need to do is, if there's any awards funded, we really don't want them going to Vitor, since he's getting like 10 points from milestones. Not logically the target, yeah, but I don't know how the AI weights its targets for things. Okay, we know we're going to be getting huge amounts of cards from our stuff. We really don't need to be drafting aggressively for things. On the other hand, microbes, I mean, it still gives us, we still get the disc. Oh no, it doesn't actually have a power tag. That's interesting. GHG producing bacteria. This lets us burn back like bacteria microbe tokens to increase heat. The heat's pretty high already. It is a science tag, which is worth half a card for us, but I don't expect we're going to get much value out of this. This lets you just claim a tile so that you can build on it later. I don't think I care about any of these things for me personally. We've got tons of cards and we're going to generate more cards. We could just grab land claim to stop someone else from like doing something really annoying. Industrial microbes is pretty good in general, probably still for an income, although the game's going to be ending probably fairly soon. I think I'm just going to do this to make sure no one gets in our way, and I'm not actually going to draft it. Rad suits, you need at least 2 cities worth a victory point and an income. I mean, we are definitely looking for what gets us the most victory points right now. We don't need energy tapping, although we play it for cheap. Magnetic field generator costs us a ton of power for terraforming rating. We kind of need our power things right now. I think we'll draft rad suits. We'll see if we buy it. Mars University. I mean, it's a victory point. It's worth half a card. And as we keep spamming down science tags, we can modify our cards more. If it didn't have a victory point on it, I wouldn't necessarily do it. We don't need strip mining. We'll do that. You're right. Energy tapping would be kind of nice for things. Oh my god! Guys, so there's our power problem solved. Increase your energy production 1 step for each power tag you have, including this one. And yes, we have to remember... Oh, you're right. Someone could energy tap us. That would be very annoying. So, I mean, we have 5 power tags already. This would count as 6, so this will give us 6 extra power. Where's your magnets now? It might help with the award. That's true. Buying so many freaking cards. But they're worth, these are worth victory points. No rad suits? I don't know. So this costs us 6 or 9 money for a victory point and an income. Now, we're going to have this for at least a couple of things. So effectively, it's probably around like $6 or $7 total, although it's front loading the cost that we could be using for something else. I think it's worth it for the VP. Mars Uni is not as efficient for victory points, no. But the card manipulation is going to be pretty crazy. Is there any chance I would like to fund an award before they get too expensive? And the answer seems to mostly be no. Let's get down AI Central and see what it gives us. Raise free temp for a free double? Free double. I mean, if we raised oxygen, but I can't raise the oxygen. Well, that's not true. I could do this. Free double. Maybe someone's getting confused between those two. Now, raising the temp before someone takes away the temp would be nice. On the other hand, if for some reason people raise it a bunch here and we still have ours, we can get it to free ocean. Don't like the randomest drawing card. Well, that's the thing. With the drafting, you reduce that luck element a lot. And I can't do O2 unless I... well, actually, hold on. I could play Steelworks. And use that to raise the... Okay. Our power right now, we spend power on our fusion plant, or whatever it's called. Not fusion plant. What's it called? This thing. Physics complex. To get 2 victory points. Currently, Steelworks would be worth 2 victory points. We play this, we spend 4 power, increase the oxygen by 1, which is a victory point, increase the temperature by 1, which is a victory point. Steelworks gives us just as many victory points as the other thing. The other way to raise oxygen is if, as I just paid the greenery over here. Play water first to get 1 plant. You mean plop down an ocean to get a plant out of it? Yeah, or if I placed anything on a tile that gave us plants, then I placed a greenery with the plants, which would be nice. Like, I could just spend to plop a city here, for example. And then that would give me an 8th plant, which then I could put a greenery between these two. I don't think there's an ocean spot on plant. Oh, ocean here. Yes. I can ocean here on plants, or city here. And the upshot of this is I'm doing this instead of Steelworks, but then that keeps the power for the physics complex. Oh, that's true. Any ocean I place gives me plants from the algae. I think I like the idea of the city here because it becomes a great spot for greenery. And I'm going to get the plants from the ocean no matter who plays the ocean. It doesn't have to be me. I think I'm going to city greenery. Too hot for algae. No. The algae card is the temperature is just for playing it. Right? It's in play. It still works. Oh, sorry, that's out right over here. It's in play. It still works. Yeah, don't worry about that. I don't know. I'm gonna go with city. Fuck it. I don't care. Now, I was talking about placing a greenery maybe between these two. And ultimately, I'm going to want greeneries there because they're going to be adjacent to cities, which will give me more points. And here would give me a plant. But I could consider placing it here or here for a card as well. This would even give me $2 back from this ocean. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be hurting for cards. I should probably just go for more victory points right now. Yeah, I already have too many cards. And we're going to get even more. Done. Okay. Oh, there you go. Someone took advantage of my greenery. We're gonna have a lot of opportunities to place down greeneries. I'm still wondering, like, should I be placing down even more cities? Just to reserve some more spots, you know, one here or here or something like that, but... Or, actually, I should put down a city right frickin' there now. Maybe we'll do that next turn. That's money we're spending on standard project. Oh, never mind. It would have been perfect. It would be next 2 greeneries, and then we could put more greeneries in here for more maximum points. Yeah, no, I think the game's gonna end... I don't think it's gonna end on Gen 8, although it could, but probably Gen 9. Okay, let's go ahead... Well... I'm gonna sit on this. I might be able to, depending, maybe other people will raise temp. I mean, I don't know if they've got heat stored up. Yeah, you do. And you do. So these two are going to raise the temperature at some point. Hopefully they don't do it and then spend money. We might be able to get a free ocean out of this if we take our time. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a token on the physics complex. And then I'm just gonna skip. I'm going to try to delay my turns as much as possible. This is why with my friends we play a house rule where if you don't take both actions, your generation's over. Because I want to wait for these guys to raise the temp so I can get the free ocean. How much shit is going on here? Oh, you must have placed another city. There we go. If Vitor raised the temp by exactly 1 notch, there it is. Don't spend money to raise it a second time. Beautiful. Hey! Raise temp. And then place an ocean. I don't think the actual placement of the ocean matters in this particular time. So it's... We really don't need titanium. We're having a hard time spending it. So it's really plant, steel, or card. Now, conceivably, someone could fund the award for things next to ocean tiles. Unfortunately, we're not really in a position to do that. Capital's already gone by. It might come back again. Cards are always good, but we do have a lot of cards. The only award that's been funded is Industrialist so far. Although, the Estate Dealer, which is adjacent to Ocean Tiles, might start to be a thing in play. Yeah, steal for the award. If we start to accrue it, we might just be spending it. I think I will go here, though. Extra terraforming rating for us as well. There's no rush to CEO's favorite project. I can do it whenever I want, as long as I do it before the end of the game. Mars University will exchange some cards here. Which, the later in the game it goes... At this point, it's too late for Steelworks. There's not enough oxygen left. So I could play Mars University, and then I could discard Steelworks to draw another card. Or Rad Suits for the money. I think I like Mars University. And I am going to go and spend this steel. Even though it, hurts us for the award, but that's okay. Then we'll draw a card from that. Oh, we got a giant ice asteroid, which we could spend a ton of titanium that we've got to build this really cheaply. Place more oceans and power. Yeah, we're going to keep that and eat someone's plants. I think I'm going to drop the Steelworks. Yeah, just didn't come around. And then we'll see what card we get instead. It might just end on Gen 8. Well, yeah. Ooh, Miranda Resort. So this gives us 1 income for every Earth tag we've got, which we don't really have. I mean, I could build it really cheaply for titanium, And it's going to be worth a victory point regardless. We do have 2 Earth tags. We don't really need the income. We really are just in terms of what gives us the most victory points. It's free, but I'd rather play the giant ice asteroid next turn. Because this is going to be worth 4 victory points. And this is only worth 1. We might still end up playing it at the end of the game, but there's no reason for me to play it this turn. Same thing with CEO. I think what we're going to do is pass. The game's not going to end here. Everyone else has already passed. So I'm just going to bank my options this turn. The only thing I could do, arguably... Oh, no, I can't do any income boosters. Yeah, we'll just pass now. If I sell a card, can I play Ice Asteroid now? Hold on. Can I? No. It's still going to cost me 12. I only have 2 left. So no, I can't do the Ice Asteroid right now. The only thing I can do is Miranda Resort or the CEO. With CEO anyway, what possible other use would there be to that card other than 1 money? Well, I guess that's true. You're right. There's not going to be anything better probably than 2 victory points. But I can just do it next turn. Like, who cares? The game's not about to end. I may as well wait 1 more tick. And maybe I want to use it to delay stuff. So. Oh, you saw the 12 income. Or whatever. You thought, or 11 income, you thought it was 11 money. Yep, that makes sense. Even before miscounts, no CU. Well, it's possible. I guess that's true. The one thing with playing CU now is it would prevent me from accidentally spending all my money and screwing myself. All right. We don't need... Protected Valley is not bad for, like, a greenery with money. We really don't need any of those. The only thing we care about is blocking other people, like, just hate drafting at this point. So maybe I'll hate draft the Protected Valley. It's either that or the Viral Enhancers for hate drafting. I mean, it's a science card. I'm not going to be playing this. I don't want Development Center. So people are saying, Viral, Development Center, Block Valley. Excellent. Everyone's got... Twitch chat is divided. Take a drink. Well, I'll just hate draft the Protected Valley. Research Coordination is interesting. It counts as any tag for later for meeting requirements, which is handy, but not relevant right now. We're not going to do this. Energy Saving. Increase your energy production by 1 step for each city tile in play. That's a huge amount of power. We're going to at least block that. We could consider playing it. I don't think we will. Hey, we can get another Ice Asteroid. I don't think we can realistically play all the things. Special Design lets you ignore some requirements. I think I'm gonna draft the Ice Asteroid. And what do we get? Underground detonations. Yeah, we don't need that. I don't know if it's worth doing energy saving. It gives us a better position to compete for Industrialist, but it doesn't guarantee it, and it's not worth any victory points by itself. Ice Asteroids, in a sense, is worth 2 victory points. But I mean, we probably could Giant Ice Asteroid and Ice Asteroid on the same turn with the Titanium. That's 10. That's $30 worth. So we're spending 6 on this, plus another 26 over here for 32. So we could do both. On the other hand, we've got stuff in our hand that is worth victory points. Birds, Gene Repairs, AI Central, even if we're not using it for the cards. Yeah, I think we buy nothing. And if I'm playing the Giant Asteroid, it probably is going to end this turn, because it's going to boost temperatures more. I want to do it right away, and spend my free power here, because I don't want someone to beat us to... I don't want the temperature to max out. So I'm going to do this and spend my power, or my heat, to raise the temp. I don't think I've got anything else. Oh yeah, I can't look at my cards in hand right now when you're placing an ocean, which is annoying. I don't think I've got anything else in hand that can use titanium, right? I guess the Miranda Resort. If I place it here, I will get $2 back from being next to the ocean, and we'll get a card that we could sell. So effectively, it's a $3 play. Plus, maybe it's a card we're going to want. But this gives us effectively a little bit more money. Generating 1 extra plant. Well, we're going to get a ton of plants this turn because of oceans. And we're placing 2 oceans as well. I'm actually thinking of just hitting these 2. don't know. Well, we're definitely going to place here. I wonder if we see what the card is right away. See, now, and I can't look at my cards in hand. That's slightly annoying. Oh, there. Now I can. Never mind. What do we get? Lagrange Observatory. It's a science card, which cycles more cards for whatever that's worth. It is worth a victory point, and we can use the titanium to offset its cost. So I think I will place the ocean here. Cards below the tile... card then the tile below for 4 extra bucks. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, let's titanium now. And we're going to eat plants from someone. Probably Phobolog, so we get the full 6. And that denies him a greenery this turn as well. Although, if we were afraid that Vitor was in the lead, we might hit them. But no, we'll Phobolog. I think that's going to be okay. Well, Phobolog's ahead on terraforming rating, and actually does have a really good board presence, you're right. Phobolog's oh, no, sorry. Green is Tharsis. Tharsis has got the good board situation. Although Phobolog's not bad. Okay, action 2. Greenery, temp, or even conceivably protected habitats, but not really. So the temp is very likely to not be something I can do soon. On the other hand, it's annoying if someone blocks greenery spots. I think we heat, because it'll deny other people the ability to get points from heat. Let's do this. Because it guarantees we get the point, may deny other people the point. Oh, there you go. Someone did play the livestock. Say the right of Hecate's, Tolus. Make a little triangle, and then put a greenery in the middle? Maybe. We're really going to have to start doing victory point math here. Well, we've been doing it for a little bit. Someone got the capital. See, it got reshuffled. The capital's back, because we saw that earlier. Wait, the capital go here? I thought you had to place it next to an ocean. Maybe someone just built a normal city. I don't know. Yeah, no, that's the problem. Like, we got this early science stuff, and it never really came into position, which is unfortunate. Okay, we still have 40 bucks left. No one's funding awards either. But we're not really in a position to do it. I mean, currently we have the highest terraforming rating, but... It actually might be worthwhile, actually. Oh, capital doesn't have to go next to the ocean. Just normally do. Okay. Yeah, I actually thought this gen might be the last, but I don't know if the extra gen's going to finish this turn. Terraform aware? Oh, terraform award. And then greenery. Yeah, maybe. If I thought I could lock in Benefactor, it becomes a no-brainer. Because 5 victory points is huge. Oh, he's got the ability... Oh, he doesn't have any power left. Okay, never mind. Because the Equatorial Magnetizer would give him more terraforming rating, but... I think we can lock in. We stole their plants. Do we want to risk it? Sounds like people want to risk it. Let's go ahead and get Benefactor. And then, yeah, let's use this before someone steals our plants. And we'll go here for now. And yeah, there is more TR rating available from just actual terraforming, not to mention the other stuff. So there's still a lot of range on Benefactor. Oh shit, they gave him TR for every Jovian tag he had. Tharsis is sort of coming into the game. Predators is out. And as much as we thought, like, what did we think we were going to do? We're going to do a science game, we're going to raise auction really fast, get the birds in. Nope. We still can't birds. We'll use it maybe at best one time. Okay, let's drop the CEO's favorite project. Unless, I mean, I could spend on an asteroid to raise the heat one more time. I don't think that's the winner. I could spend on a green... Well, although maybe it is, because it's terraforming rating, and denies someone else the ability to get terraforming rating from heat. I could drop a city here, which would be worth 1 extra victory point. I don't think that's worth it. A city here is worth 1 extra victory point. Maybe 2 victory points if I put a greenery here as well. I don't know if a power plant locks in the other award. Maybe. How much steel production does everyone have? Oh. Well, 4 here. Although it doesn't have much power. Which is going to get converted over. So he's right now he's looking at 5, maybe 9. That's interesting. Can anyone else get the asteroid? Yeah, everyone's got enough money to asteroid. Okay, not literally everyone, but... 4 oceans left. You're guaranteed 1 more greenery. Oh, yellow's got enough heat to get it for free? Yeah, I think I should probably raise the temp then. Green's got the heat as well? Yeah, okay. I think I should raise the temp and deny. I don't think a city's going to be worth that many more victory points. I mean, if we end up greenery... Well, that gives it to green, so we don't necessarily want that. Only got safe greenery here, here, and here right now. If someone else puts a city there, that is actually quite annoying. I think I'm going to be kicking myself regardless. If I raise the heat and someone drops a city here, I'm going to be annoyed. Ocean to make a triangle refund 4. You ocean then heat. You're saying ocean here. I don't think I could ocean and heat, right? 18. It'd be cost 32, which I don't have. They're saying ocean here, and then I could put a city here, which will refund 2. Yeah, I don't know. I could ocean here, and that would give me $4 back from the ocean itself. Or we could sell some science cards. Okay, if I do that, so that costs effectively 14, leaving me with 12. If I sell 2 cards... Here's the problem. I want to asteroid first, right? Because otherwise we miss our chance. If I asteroid, I can't do it. Because the ocean gives you money back. I have to have enough to buy the ocean. I could sell a shit ton of cards. But yeah, I can't do the full combo right now. I think we boost the heat and then we just play some stuff that gives us some victory points. I don't know. Let's just... For the sake of making a decision, let's make a decision. Okay, temp's done. I think I might do a bunch of skipping here. Because if someone raises the oxygen a little higher, and we can birds... It lowers... You know what, right, lowers someone's plant production by 2. I don't know. I think this might just be the... There's a chance it's the last turn. Yeah, next turn it becomes cheaper. We could do it free next turn if there's one more turn. If there's one more turn. Birds might end up being 2 VP. Because this turn and the next turn, assuming that the oxygen doesn't get maxed out. Or the ocean. I think birds is going to be worth 2 VP. I don't think it's actually finishing this turn. Gene repair is also worth 2. It's guaranteed to be worth 2. And then the project, which is going to get done. Well, actually, if I gene repair, I can't necessarily project. Birds, you're right. Birds could get eaten by predators until we got protected habitat. Okay. I'm going to skip right now. Because if it looks like something suddenly happens where the game is going to end this turn, I need to make sure to get CEO's favorite project down. Because it's worth 2 and then we can play something else. So, I played an action. I'm going to delay. Because if it is going to end this turn, we have to make sure to get down CEO's project and then something that's worth 1. If it's not going to end this turn, then I can do a little bit more. Yeah, I haven't seen a game with this. It's weird, especially the AI not having more oceans right now. Okay, they only have $2 left, $10 left, 7, and no one has enough plants to do this. So it's not ending this turn. Okay. Yellow, we're just gonna pass. Okay, no one else is doing anything this turn. So I think I gene repair to give us a tiny bit more money next turn. And then next turn is about CEO, Rad Suits, Lagrange, maybe the Miranda. I mean, Miranda would give us even more money, but 1 less victory point, and it's about the victory points right now. I could sell a card and then CEO immediately, but I don't need to. We'll leave our maximum. I could Miranda and Rad Suit. No, I can't. Although, I mean, I guess if I did Miranda, assuming I can play Gene Repair next turn, that's very important. Assuming I can play Gene Repair next turn, then Miranda would be better because it actually would be worth more money. It'd be worth 3 income instead of 2. Because I have 2 Earth tags. It's not even an Earth tag itself. Never mind, this is worth 2 money. I mean, I can play it for a little cheaper and keep 3 money left, but it won't do anything. Yeah, so that's going to be 2 money, 1 victory point. This is 2 money, 2 victory points. I'm just going to Gene Repair. Plus, it'll let me cycle some science shit. I don't know. Maybe it's a mistake, but we're going to go anyway. So we're going to play this. I'm going to boop this. And then I'm going to assume that we're not doing birds. Although, actually, at this point, I could probably assume I'm not doing AI Central. It's quite expensive for 1 victory point, and I don't need the cards anymore. Or pitch protected. Which, as long as I do it as late as possible... I guess I'll do this, because as long as the Predators is gone, then I can play the birds at that point. Yeah, no, we'll do this, we'll discard that. And I probably won't even play the birds, so I really don't need it. Except maybe to protect plants, but I'm not going to do that. And yeah, I think it's too late for AI. I think all these are trashable, so it's going to be okay. We'll discard that, see what we get instead. I think we'll end up discarding the AI from extra plays anyway. What do we get? Titanium Mine. Well, that's not going to be helpful at all. Skip. And then it'll just be a pass here because we ain't got nothing left. All right. It's possible we still don't end this turn, depending on what people do. We're certainly not going to be looking at terraforming, necessarily. Certainly if people play oceans, then we'll have plants, and that'll be great, but... Yeah, it's too late for AI Central. It might not end this turn. It depends on what the AI does.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Whiskey and chocolate. Orfar, thank you very much. Shout out to Quill's Twitch chat. You guys are the best. That is true. Twitch chat is really good. Great community here. Shout out to the moderators as well for keeping everything groovy. Bribe community kind of works out even on victory points because of the terraforming writing and would actually help us with the award. If nothing else, I might just want to block it so that someone can't get some cheap TR from that. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't think we'll draft it, although we'll take a look at the award situation. This is cheap for victory point. This is not as cheap. It does give us more plant production, but it's unlikely to matter. I don't think we're going to want to spend the steel, because I think we're going to want to bank it for the victory point. I'll just block trees. Too late for Soletta. Breathing filters is... there we go. That's worth victory points. Now, I don't know... We don't know if trees will make a difference in terms of getting one extra greenery planted in the final phase. Again, it's possible we get 2 turns, in which case the trees might end up making an extra greenery or not. But yeah, this one is fine. It's the other one, the dust whatever, that I always get it confused with. One needs low oxygen, one needs high, but this one needs high oxygen. It's pretty. So this will cost us 14 for 2 victory points. So I think that's fine. The trees is 13, or is going to be 16 for 1 victory point, and maybe a little bit more, but we don't know. Probably it'll equal out another greenery, which could be anywhere from 1 to 3 victory points, depending on where it is. $9, 21, 27, maybe this for 42, which leaves us with 8, 43. And we're going to be shuffling some cards around. I don't know if we buy anything. We might buy the breathing filters. I don't think I'm going to do trees because it's a gamble. You're right, I can Lagrange for free. Yeah, I got to factor in the titanium we've got. I might not want to spend the steel. I think I grabbed the breathing filters. And only that. If the game goes on 2 turns, the trees definitely will be worth probably at least 3 victory points. Bribes would be +3 if it solidifies the award. You're right. God, so hard to make that decision. A lot of people want us to take trees. Tell you what, we'll go by committee. You know, gameplay by committee is never going to work out poorly, right? Anyway, if we're going to raise the O2, we'd like to do it as soon as possible. But I don't think I'm going to be playing for a direct whatever. So... I think what we want to do is just do a fair amount of delay here. Mistake to decide by committee, then not bribe the committee. We're going to delay and hope that we get some free plants from people putting down oceans. So it's either CEO or... I'm tempted to do this just to make sure no one eats our power. I'm going to do this. Next delay will be the CEO. And then skip. Or you actually, maybe the next thing is play Lagrange to use up the titanium in case someone can steal it. I don't think there's much in the way of stealing titanium. I think there might be a steel titanium production. Oh yeah, if we... That was a weird sound. If we do play a science card, it cycles some cards and might change our play idea. That is true. Okay, Predators has gone by. Not that it really matters. Actually, I kind of like Vitor's eating plants from Phobolog, which I think is good for us, because I don't think Vitor's in a good position this game. And yeah, you're kind of... I think that's a good point. We play Lagrange Observatory. It'll give us a card, and it'll let us cycle a card. And maybe get another card from our tokens, depending on the situation there. So let's do this, and see what that leaves us with. And we can then dump a bunch of cards as well to make money. So yeah, we take a token off that, so we get a card from Lagrange, a card from Olympus, and then we can discard a card. Let's discard CEO's favorite project. Okay, let's get rid of AI Central. It's too expensive for 1 victory point. that we're not going to use. I think birds we can toss as well, but let's just toss this. I can't imagine a situation where we end up playing this. So I'm going to go ahead and discard. At this point, birds gives us a victory point. So we'll dump the Ascent. It's a great card, but yeah. Boom. What do we get? Herbivores. This is 1 victory point for every 2 on here, which is not going to happen. You need to get that earlier. You don't need as much oxygen for it, so that's not going to help. We don't have the plants yet. I think I'm going to go do a skip. We're going to keep delaying. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of cards. I didn't actually check what all the cards were. Lagrange. Meh. Lagrange. I'll just say it in French. Lagrange. It's the barn, is what it is. So we got the barn out. Yeah, I gotta check the other 2 cards. I wasn't even thinking of that. Get over here. Nitrophilic moss, which you don't care about. Asteroid, which is not useful currently. No. Okay. 44 bucks. I think we CEO and pass. I mean, unless I think I'm going to greenery or ocean, in which case I get those. I know I remember I can sell those extra cards. Put a token on physics complex. Yeah, fusion power / power grid. Both of those probably guarantees us the industrialist. How's your production there? Yeah, he's just gonna have 5. Because he's got no steel production. He's gonna still have 5 energy, but we're gonna have 7 energy, if nothing else. Not to mention the steel. Yeah, we might. Again, no. You're right. As a way to kill time, we could just sell 1 card at a time that we know we're not gonna play. There's a good chance we get another generation. Might get Gen 11 and AI can't use Aquafire. Which case, if we're going to get more generations, I think trees is a priority right now. I think we go trees, pass. And already, if the game were to end this turn, like, immediately right now, the trees would have given us enough greenery to put another one down. Oh, there you go. Auction going fast. I could bird. So yeah, there's oceans aren't going to finish, so we're going to get another turn. I'd love to get the last TR from the oxygen. There are still predators, though, who might eat my birds. Definitely not herbivoring. And yeah, yellow's got enough plants he can greenery this turn. I think what we might do is greenery here to get extra steel for the milestone. And yeah, this gets us the TR from the oxygen and denies it from someone else. Yeah, buy the greener for the TR. I think I like it. This is going to be a 3 victory point play. Green steel all the rage. Better than blue steel? Keep doing the slow poke thing. And yeah, if red got the TR, that would be really annoying. The problem is red can do the magnetic stuff to generate extra TR rating, which means we're not going to get that award because of red stuff. Well, no, oceans, I suppose. Spam oceans next turn. Yeah, I think if we get the power stuff, like, yeah, you're right. I can spend the steel for the power and lock it in, or I can just hold the steel. Either way, I end up with victory points. Do we sell to be able to play Miranda Resort? It is another science tag, you're right. Yeah, I am tempted to just rad suit. It's worth a point with decent value, gives us 1 extra money for next turn, which is clearly going to happen. We need to play breathing filters, but we don't need to play it this turn. We're going to have 1 more. And you're right, I can Miranda for very cheap next turn with the titanium. I think I just rad suit. Why does power seem like a good move? I don't see any reason to play the fusion power. We can just do it next turn as well. I think we've got the Industrialist Award in there. And I can always play the fusion power next turn. It makes no difference. Yeah, I know for reward, but again, there's no reason to play it this turn. All it's going to do is mean I'm going to have 3 extra heat that I can't do anything with. So I think we rad suit because it gives me at least 1 income for the next turn. Yeah, the game's not going to be over next turn. We've got more and more generations since no one can finish the oceans. And yeah, the power grid would actually give me even more. So I could sell some cards to get something else in play right now, but I don't think anything else makes her position better for next turn. So I'll just skip again, and then probably do a pass. I wonder if anyone's going to found a 3rd award. What's the aquifer bug? Are you telling me the AI can't use the standard project for aquifer? They don't build aquifer? I've seen... The AI usually plants oceans like crazy. Are they always doing it via cards? Maybe it's just a current patch. AI used to aquifer all the damn time, yeah. Since the update, it's broken. Oh. Interesting. Too late for this. This is 1 victory point for every 3rd city in play. I don't think it's great if you can get it early on, because you get to milk the income the entire game and get to score some points at the end. I'll probably just grab it just in case someone can use it to make a bunch of points. Update before this DLC broke it. Interesting. Comet doesn't matter. I guess I don't want people to sabotage me, so I'll just hate draft that. I mean, I guess someone could eat some plants with this. I am last act, and I have enough for a greenery. You know what? I gotta protect my plants. Oh, and it has ocean, you're right. I don't think I'm going to draft the Comet myself, though, because we're not getting the temperature boost, so we don't get the full value out of it. But maybe the AI would have grabbed it to place an ocean and screw me with plants. I think we get the reservoir. Because I think I'm okay with ending the game. I mean, we are generating a bunch of victory points from our frickin' physics lab. I'm not going to count the city for immigration. I mean, 1, 2... I don't even know if that's a city. I don't think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's a 4 victory point play, but it's very expensive. Solar wind power is almost free. Okay, 8, and we've got the titanium. Although we've got something else we're going to be spending the titanium on. I'm just going to reservoir. We've got tons of cards we want to play. Well, a few cards we want to play. Plus, we got enough card cycling. We'll probably find something else. You're right. This might be worth 5 victory points in the end. I'm just going to do this. We've gone over our time already. Let's just make some decisions. We won, like, decidedly last time. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. I might place an ocean, city, greenery, you know? I mean, our plants are going to be slightly at risk for a sec, but I think that's probably okay. I don't know, I like that idea. Let's just go. Yeah, it's not a great city spot because this place here gives points there. Maybe we don't city at all. Maybe I just greenery. If I do this, someone will put a city there, though. That's going to be annoying. I don't know if the city's worth it. A city here is only going to give me 1 extra victory point, although it could block someone from getting 2. I guess it'll give me 2 victory points, you're right. Maybe, you're right, could be up to 4. Alright, let's city it. As long as we're not screwing ourselves... we got plenty of money left over. It's probably fine. Who knows? Let's just go. Last city on the board. Oh, someone did grab the security fleet, and they're going to use it one time. Commercial district, where's it going? Could have been more annoying if they'd put it right here. Earth Catapult gives you a discount to everything. A little late, but sure. Alright, let's use our greenery. Put it right here by Hecate. So the temp doesn't matter. Oh shit. Well, I think Breathing Filter and Power Grid might be our final thing. We don't have quite enough money for it, but we can sell some cards. Because that'll just... I mean, we might not need it for Industrialist. We're definitely going to Breathing Filter. And that will let us cycle a card. Let's drop birds. Although, I mean, birds might be worth... Oh, you know what? I'll drop herbivores, which is much... Yeah. I don't think we're going to play birds, but we're definitely not playing herbivores. Okay, and then we'll see what we got next turn. Oh, yeah, Miranda's cheap. I was tempted to just buy the, to do the last Aquifer. Because I think someone's still going to be able to place an ocean with their card, right? Someone's got a card in for it? I thought they did. I wouldn't mind ending the game. Plus, it would give me an extra terraforming rating. But we don't have the money. Well, that's not true. I could sell 6 cards and place an ocean. Because I do want to get the terraforming rating is in there. We're leading now, but I think Phobolog hasn't used... It's hard to tell. I don't know if they've used their equatorial magnetizer yet. Maybe they did? There's a couple of different ocean placing cards. I don't have the power anyway. Okay. Oh shit, the game's definitely not ending. What? No, we can't sell the heat for more money. If we could exchange the heat to raise the temperature, which can't be raised, so we don't get the TR out of it. State dealer was funded. Thank you for catching that. It looks like we might be in second place for that. If we can get some more tiles next to oceans, like placing greenery here and here becomes that much better. Yes, it gives points to green, although this one gives me 2 points. It also gives me an extra spot next to an ocean. Oh, I drew insulation. Thank you. Which? Oh. With decreased heat production, increase ME production. I mean, it's pretty cheap. I think we Miranda. I mean, yeah, I could sell enough to Aquifer. Or I could just accept that we're going to get one extra turn. I could Miranda and insulation. Yeah. We don't need to sell for both. I don't think it is going to be the last round, actually. Cheap and unlocked money. What is that? Oh, probably from having a certain amount of income. Okay, there's an ocean placed by something. I didn't catch it. I was looking at chat. So, oh, there's the import water from Europa. That's the 9th ancient now. All right, never mind. It's done. They can Aquifer. There you go. Ha ha ha. People. Maybe they're just really unlikely to do it now, because they did used to spam it like crazy sauce. There is no bug. They fixed it in March. Register button. Yeah, there you go. Twitch chat being wrong about something, giving incorrect tips. I can't believe you. Okay, so game is going to end. I could just drop fusion power, but it would cost me 1 steel, increase my production by 3. So net, it would put us in a better position for industrialist. Although I don't think we can lose industrialist. How does that happen, chat? I could sell for birds. We are going to place 1 more greenery on the next turn, which is nice. We can sell for birds and then tap it for a victory point. I think that's better. Sell all for power grid. I don't think we need it. Let's see here. This guy's going to have a total of 2. This guy's going to have a total of 5. This guy's going to have a total of 8. Meanwhile, I'm going to have a total of, currently it'll be 13. It'll be less if I spend some steel. So I don't think we lose industrialist unless I spend all of my steel, which isn't going to happen. So I think what we do is we sell a card to start off with for birds and then use it. Vitor? Oh, he does have 4 steel production. You're right. So he is going to have 12. But I'm going to have 13. Although Vitor hasn't passed, could conceivably do something else. Shit. Maybe I will need the power. Well, tell you what, let's sell a card and see what he does. Delay. Oh, I still have my own action. You know what? Let's use this. Do this. Pass. Next turn I can sell 1 card. Which will be Asteroid. We'll sell Asteroid for sure no matter what. We might sell a bunch of cards. Ah, he just passed. Okay. So again, he's going to be sitting at 12, right? Yep. and we're currently sitting at 13. So as long, or no, sorry, we're sitting at 12. My bad, I mismathed this. I think I thought I had one more power. So we're also going to be sitting at 12 for a tie. So we actually do need to generate a little bit more so we get ahead. Now we could do it with fusion power or power grid. Power grid will give us more, obviously. I guess maybe we'll do it with fusion power. Oh, it's because I have this. Right, you're right. This is 6. 7 plus 5 is 12, plus the 1 is 13. So we're actually fine. So we're going to be looking for... Well, let me sell asteroids, and we'll play birds. And taking 2 plant production away from someone... We want to stop someone from getting 8. There you go. If we take it away from Vitor, they'll be sitting at 6 plants instead of 8, so they won't be able to place the extra greenery. Nice. Okay. We want to use birds. That's an extra VP. I cannot make... any more victory points. We're currently tied on this, but we're gonna get 1 extra TR from placing a greenery, so that should put us ahead of Phobolog. Well, that's an interesting point. Well, we're not going to get an extra turn, but money is a tiebreaker. So if we still put insulation in, because I was just wondering, can I still play Fusion Plant? And the answer is yes. I could still play Fusion Plant, but there's no reason to do it. I mean, unless it cycled to something that was cool. Oh, you're right. Auction's already maxed, so I won't get a TR for my greenery. Yeah, so Phobolog and I are going to be splitting the award. Yeah, we'll just sell everything. Play insulation. Tie on first. When there's a tie on first for awards, both players get the 5 points, and there's no second place awarded. Alright, and that's it. Can't spend the heat. That doesn't do anything. Got no cards, no actions. Done. So we definitely went over time. I mean, we'll get more victory points, yes, but we just won't get any TR, which is important for tie breaks on the awards. Got lots of money now. It's actually crazy how much income we've got now. 33 plus the 38. So this... I don't think it's number of oceans you're next to, it's number of tiles next to ocean. So it doesn't matter which one of these two we go in terms of the award. Placing here gives us a tiny bit more money if we need it for a tie break, which probably doesn't matter. Build for extra card. Yeah, the card doesn't matter. We'll go here. That'll give us $4 instead of $2. Oh, fuck! Bottom gives extra VP, because next to the city. I'm an idiot. I even talked about that earlier. I don't think it's going to matter. I was just on autopilot. I kept... You know why? It's because, as I say, I always play green when I'm playing board games. And so my brain wasn't parsing the situation properly for points. I'm always green. And I said this last week. At some point, I'm going to make a mistake due to color. I didn't last week. This week I did. Turns out it doesn't matter because we absolutely dominated. But yeah. This is one of the reasons that Demonac, my friend who's in the chat, came up with a good idea. If you want to add challenge, make it so that you are not allowed to fund milestones or awards. So all you can do is compete for awards, but not by funding them. And that'll, if you're a good player, it'll make the game a lot more competitive for you. But yeah, that was pretty dominant. We are going to take a very short break so I can pee, and then we're going to pack with the RimWorld, which I already have run.